Hi guys. So now we will use the KDAP library to analyze the Wikipedia articles, and we'll see how useful it is for us to use the KDAP library, and how easy it is to download, extract the information from Wikipedia articles, and analyze those information using the KDAP library. So uh, uh, let me increase the font so it should be visible. Okay, so I've created a demo file here, and I'll try to download the dataset from the scratch, and I'll write functions. I'll use the KDF functions to analyze those dataset. So yeah, so again I'll just go to the documentation page which we saw in the last video, which is kdap.readthedocs.io, and this is the documentation page. And I told you that you can find all the functions here. We have listed all the functions here, and gradually we are adding more functions in KDAP library. And again, it's in beta mode, and we are working towards creating a, a flawless library which can analyze the data sets of all the collaborative knowledge building portals. So today I'll give you a demo on how to download uh, Wikipedia articles and how to analyze those articles through a KDAP library. Those of you who don't know Wikipedia, how Wikipedia works, I'll give you people a quick demo. Even though in the last video I told you that how Wikipedia works and how we are storing the data information, representing the information of Wikipedia and other collaborative portals in normal format. But still, I'll give you an idea about how Wikipedia works. So let's see a page. Let's say if you type vector, okay, let me type vector wiki, and you'll see the Wikipedia page here, right? And okay, there are a lot of vector, and where the hell is mathematics? Yeah, so this should be the uh, wait. Eh, this is, yeah, so this is the I guess, yeah, I guess this is the page for vectors. And you can see whatever you are seeing right now is the current snapshot of this particular article and what people have written in this article. But what Wikipedia provides is a feature in which you can see the history. I mean, the way this page has been developed, who wrote what and who edited what, and everything is present in this view history link. If you go there, you can see that which user has added which piece of information and so on. And you can even revert this particular page, and you don't even have to log in. For some pages you have to log in, but yeah, not in this, not in most of the cases. So this is the feature that Wikipedia provides, which is uh, it contains all the history of a page, how a page has been developed, and so on, right? And that's the whole point of trying to understand the knowledge building dynamics through these portals, because we have the history data. We know that how we know the timestamp of every traces of every knowledge, that which piece of information came at what time and who contributed it. So that's why we are trying to analyze these portals so that we can understand the dynamics of knowledge building through these portals. Same goes for Stack Overflow also. You have the whole history, who which person added which post, and who answered that post, who commented on that post, and so on. Okay, and this way we are trying to analyze that how a piece of information gradually becomes a very good a very good reference material for all the crowd. Yeah, so okay, so we'll see how we can analyze these articles of Wikipedia through KDAP. So let me go back to my page, and as I said that the whole point of creating the library is to we should be able to easily download the dataset and extract the information from this dataset. Okay, so I'll start with importing the library. I have already installed the library, so you can just in order to install, you can just go there and go to your terminal and you do pip install KDAP, and it should install the library and all the dependencies with it. But I'm not going to do it because I have already done it. So yeah, so importing KDAP is very easy. You just write import KDAP and whoosh, it's done. Yeah, that's it. So yeah, let me go back to before coming to the functions part of the documentation. I'll go to the getting started part, and there if you see the paper that we presented in OpenSim, you see that there are containers of KDAP, and we use those containers to either download or analyze the dataset. And to create a container through the library, we should create an object of this uh, 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 of a particular class that is null object, and that's what we are going to do. So using this object, we will call all the functions of this library. So that's what I'm going to do now. So I'll call I'll create an object, so kdap dot null, which is, and I'll store it in let's say null object. Okay, great. So we have done this. Okay, that's what I have written in the getting started part, and using this null object you can call all the functions that we have listed. Okay, so yeah, I was watching, I told you that how Wikipedia revision history works, and so we are going to download this particular article, let's say vector. Let's say we'll download two articles. Okay, and we'll see the full revision history of these two articles, and then we'll analyze the full revision history of these two articles using the KDAP. Okay, so the download method is pretty simple. If you see, go there. This is the first function, which is a download dataset function only, and there are the parameters listed below. What parameters it takes as as input, and what does it return. Okay, so there are some compulsory parameters and there are some optional parameters. Site name is compulsory, so you have to put the site name, that is either it is a Wikipedia article or is it a Stack Overflow post, could be anything. Okay, so that's what you have to put there, and there are other parameters. Some of them, most of them are optional. So just have a look at these parameters. You can have your you can try at your PC. Okay, so I'll just download the dataset which I just told you, that which is a vector. So the function name is download dataset, and it is of null container. So we don't need this because we already imported the object. Now we already have that object. Okay, so I'll just route download dataset. Okay, and then the parameters, the first parameter I told you, that first parameter is site name, which will put Wikipedia. That's it. And now we need the article. So how to put the article? If you see that there is the second parameter is only article list, and which says that Wikipedia articles to download in normal format. Which so it's the type is string or list. So either we can give a string, which article we want to process, download, sorry, and or list of articles which we want to download. So we'll give a list of articles, right? So what is it? Article list, and the list is, what was it, vector, and let's say okay, the second article is derivative. Okay, yeah, Great. Now, the if you don't want to put any destination directory, then it will automatically get downloaded in your home directory. If you are on Linux, then there is a home directory in your system, and you can go. There will be a folder named null dataset, and you will find all the articles and other. There are other things which KDAP downloads when required. I'll talk about those things later. But as of now, let's. I'm making this demo more abstract, that you should not know. I mean, you need not know that where the data is going. As of now, we'll just analyze it. Okay, great. So if you don't want to put the destination directory, then it will just get downloaded in the default directory, which is the home directory. But let me give you the freedom. So let's put the destination directory, and to put that, if you see that here there is a destdir, which say that path to destination folder where the dataset will be downloaded. So we'll put that destdir. Okay, dir. Okay, and I'll put the destination directory. Let's say okay, I have created a folder here named dataset. It's empty as of now, you can see. So I'll I'll take the path of this uh, directory, and I'll just paste it. Awesome, great. So we have written this, if you can see. Yeah, so we've imported the library, we have created the object, and we have called this function download dataset on Wikipedia. These are the articles which we want to download, and this is where we want it to download, them to download. Okay, so I'll run it. You can see that uh, it's it's downloading that vector, and it's downloading derivative. Great. If you see that the downloading is complete. Now again, there are two things which happened. First is the downloading part, which the downloader that we created went to the server of Wikipedia, downloaded the current version of this Wikipedia file, this Wikipedia articles. And the second process that happened was the conversion step. The conversion step is, see, the main article which we downloaded from Wikipedia was in XML format. So I'm not going to discuss that thing as of now, since it is a demo of library. And the second thing which happened was that the conversion from XML to NOLML. And as I have discussed how the NOLML format is in my first video briefly. So these vector and derivative files were downloaded in NOLML format in the destination directory. Let me check the destination directory. So this was the dataset folder, and you can see. So there are two files, derivative and vector NOLML. Also, the original XML file is also there. But these are the things that we are going to use now. Okay, so we downloaded the data set, that is these two files, derivative and vector. Now you can see that there are two types of files. One is in NOLML format, and a second one is in XML format. And as I told you that when we download the data set from Wikipedia server, the data set is in XML format, but we converted the data set into NOLML format, because we will require this format to analyze, to use the KDAP functions. Okay, so if I open one of these files, let's say, let me open this. Wait. Okay, there should be the sublime. Yeah. Okay, so if you see this file, there are a lot of text. Okay. Okay, and uh, so yeah, so each instance, if you see that there is a tag name instance, and these instances represent the edits performed by one contributor, one editor. Okay, and you will see that there are a lot of edits. Okay, and in Wikipedia these edits are known as revisions, and this is how an article is developed. So if you go to the latest part of the article, I mean the bottom of the page, you will see that latest part, the current snapshot of the article will be will be present here. Okay, and this is how Wikipedia articles a Wikipedia article gets developed. And then what we have done is that we have associated tags with different kind of edits, and using these tags we are going to analyze the data. So that's the power of null format, that we can represent the data of any knowledge building portal into null format, and once represented we can use the library, the functions of that library to analyze the data set. Okay, so this is done. So we have seen the downloading part, which is pretty easy. So you can see that in 3 lines you can download the dataset of Wikipedia, which is actually very difficult. If you try to see, I would like you people to go and see how to download the dataset, and it's not. I won't say that it's very difficult, but it's not very trivial. Also, it requires some understanding of Wikipedia dataset. Okay, so now we'll use these dataset as our dummy dataset uh, to see the functionality of KDAP and try to analyze those articles.